What's up, everybody? This is Frank with the Pop Cult Killers, and this is my real quick vinyl pick. And today I got something that many people consider to be one of the best live albums ever recorded. Recorded in 1993 and released the next year in 1994, it's Nirvana Unplugged in New York. Breaking the normal MTV Unplugged tradition, Nirvana played mostly lesser-known material and cover songs. Unlike many of the artists that performed on MTV Unplugged, Nirvana recorded all 14 tracks in one take. Of those 14 tracks, 1 came from Bleach, 4 came from Nevermind, 3 came from In Utero, and then there's those 6 cover songs by the Vaselines, David Bowie, the Meat Puppets, and Leadbelly. What else can I say about this masterpiece? It's one of my favorite albums of all time. Pick it up, give it a spin, relive it, and I'm Frank with the Pop Cult Killers. We'll see you next time.
Hey, what's going on? Chuck T here with the Pop Cult Killers. This is my real quick vinyl pick. Okay, I'm going to change it up this time. I don't have a full album, but I got 2 killer singles from Glenn Frey in the summer of 1985, Smuggler's Blues and You Belong to the City. We all know Glenn Frey, famous for playing guitar, singing with the band The Eagles. We're not going to hold it against him, okay? So it's 1980. The Eagles break up after Glenn Frey and Don Felder just about get into a fist fight on stage before a concert. And Glenn embarks on a solo career. Glenn's career really takes off in 1984 with his hit album, The All-Nighter, as well as the hit single, The Heat Is On, from the Beverly Hills Cop soundtrack. So he doubles down on the soundtrack singles the next year, first with Smuggler's Blues on the Miami Vice soundtrack, peaks at number 12, and he ends up guest starring on the show. But he takes it up a notch with the next one for Miami Vice, You Belong to the City, goes all the way to number 2. Eagles or no Eagles, don't sleep on the solo career of Glenn Frey. I'm Chuck T. This is the real quick vinyl pick. We'll see ya.
What's up, everybody? This is Frank from the Pop Cult Killers, and this is my real quick vinyl pick. And today I got a real killer record for you. It's the 1978 6-time platinum debut record from The Cars. This thing's got 9 tracks on it, and all of them are killer. 5 of those tracks were sung by Ric Ocasek, and 4 were sung by Benjamin Orr. Of those 9 tracks, it produced 3 hit singles: Just What I Needed, My Best Friend's Girl, and Good Times Roll. But there were 3 additional tracks from this thing that got some serious radio airplay. You're All I Got Tonight, Bye Bye Love, and who can forget one of the greatest moments in cinematic history from Fast Times at Ridgemont High, Moving in Stereo. So pick this thing up, give it a spin. It does not disappoint front to back. And I'm Frank with the Pop Cult Killers. See you next time.
Hey, what's going on? Chuck T here with the Pop Cult Killers. This is my real quick vinyl pick. All right, it's time to mix it up and get a little bit weird with the 1985 new wave banger, Dead Man's Party from Oingo Boingo. Oingo Boingo was formed in 1979 by singer, songwriter, and eventual film composer Danny Elfman. The band is known for their high-energy concerts and their very experimental and sometimes weird music. Now, this album is kind of famous for its 2 singles that featured on 2 classic movies from the 1980s. First, the Rodney Dangerfield classic Back to School features Oingo Boingo actually performing Dead Man's Party at a college party. And I know all of you out there remember the theme song to the John Hughes classic Weird Science. But the entire album is a fun, upbeat experiment into how far new wave music can actually go. So come for the famous soundtrack singles, but stick around for the weirdness. It's Dead Man's Party by Oingo Boingo. I'm Chuck T. This is my real quick vinyl pick. We'll see ya. Hey, what's going on? Chuck T here with the Pop Cult Killers. This is my real quick vinyl pick. I don't know about you, but I'm a big fan of talented bands changing it up every once in a while and still cranking out good music. One of the best examples I can think of are the 2 EPs from Alice in Chains, Sap and Jar of Flies. Now, we all know Alice in Chains shot to superstardom with their debut album, Facelift, which was a hard-rockin' classic Seattle grunge-sounding album. But for the follow-up record, they changed gears and went acoustic with great results in the EP Sap. The EP also features guest musicians and vocalists Ann Wilson of Heart, Mark Arm of Mudhoney, and Chris Cornell. And let's not forget, Got Me Wrong ended up making the Clerks soundtrack. The next album after that, Dirt, is another hard rocker, but they quickly changed gears back to acoustic with Jar of Flies. Jar of Flies will end up peaking at number 1 on the Billboard Top 200 and crank out 3 hit singles with No Excuses, I Stay Away, and Don't Follow. So if you're ready for some chilled out rockers, throw on the 2 EPs from Alice in Chains, Sap and Jar of Flies. I'm Chuck T. This is the real quick vinyl pick. See ya.